Nightlight Hounds Chapter 1 is pretty intense and freaking honestly very interesting. We meet this young guy named Jimmy. He's part of a gang, and then he's like getting the store, trying to get this guy to give him money. But then they'll give him a gun, like tell him to like scare him, and then the old guy rushes him, and then the leader of the gang has to shoot him, and he's like, "Dang, he had bigger balls than you, Jimmy." And then Jimmy goes home, and he's just getting ready to eat after his friend leaves the gang. He says, "Come with me," and Jimmy's like, "I have no family to protect, so I can't." And then he's like, "Okay," and then he gives him money to eat, and then the guy leaves. And then Jimmy goes on the roof to eat his food, and then he keeps throwing this ball away, but it keeps coming back, and this little girl rushes out, and she doesn't like speak like very much. She's like, "What this? What that?" And then we see that Jimmy's brother has been blown up, but like in the past, this like a little flashback. He's telling her about the story about how he's blown up, and that his brother wanted to leave the city, and he also wanted to leave the city, and then the girls like leave outside, and then he's like, "You want to go outside too? I'll be your protector." And then she disappears, and then night two she comes, and then she also disappears. But when they first meet, he's falling off the roof, and she saves him. That's how they connect, kind of. And then he sees that she has like a father, and then the father tries to give him money, and then he throws away, "I don't want this." And then he's like, you're disappointed. You wanted someone to be less fortunate than you." And then the next day, when Jimmy's riding around to go to the meeting, he gets lost because he's thinking about the little girl, how like he like didn't want her to have a father. But anyways, they get to the shed. The shed is like a place where they take bodies and stuff, and then people like start creeping in there, and then Jimmy sees a vampire, or what he thinks is a vampire, and he goes to the cops, but the cops are all bought out, and then the leader of the gang catches Jimmy, and he like is revealing his plan, like that everybody in the Goodfellas gang is not vampires, but like vampires are very rare, and they're not like old school vampires. They don't feed on random people because that's too risky and it's inefficient. But like there's like a lot of vampires, and then he's getting ready to kill Jimmy, and then a giant freaking werewolf hound thingy comes and kills that vampire, and it's the little girl, which is really interesting. I like this story so much. First chapter is really good, really captivating. I like the dynamic, and her name is Lily. He gives it to her because he says her eyes shine like lights, and they're part of the night hunters, night hounds, shadow hounds, I think it's called. But anyways, they said we'll be seeing you again to Jimmy, so I guess he might join the shadow hounds. I don't know if he's going to become a hound, but I think Lily's the hound because that's her father who was leading her. But yeah, we have to find vampires, and now he's caught up in this little vampire werewolf shadow beast thingy gang war. But yeah, chapter's great. Go read it. Bye.